Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to give you another Champions review. Now, I did not do a live reaction because the stream was going bad when I was about to start the live reaction, so I just didn't do the live reaction. But, um, I'm going to do a live reaction because we're just going to use my dad's fiance's laptop from now on because that's the one that always works. Like, this laptop just sucks, but, um, I know it off the top of my head, all the matches. I'm only gonna talk about the matches because I couldn't really see any of the backstage segment because of the stream failing. So the first match was the kickoff match. It was Tons of Funk versus uh 3MB, which was Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre with Jinder Mahal. Um, and they started the match. Thunder Funk got the victory when they rolled him up for the win, and then 3MB outnumbered them. And then the Real Americans came out, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, and they won when Swagger hit the ankle lock on Brodus Clay. And then the Usos came out, and they actually had a pretty good match, but they lost by ankle lock by Jack Swagger. And then the Primetime Players came out, and they won. Swagger tried to put him in the ankle lock, but Darren Young got out of it and hit the gutbuster for the win. So the Primetime Players win it, and they're gonna go on later on in the night. Well, they went on in the later on in the night to face the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And then Triple H during the actual show came, and for the panel we had Alex Riley, Santino Marella, and Booker T. So Santino made it fucking awful. But and then Triple H came out and cut a promo and talked about how Night of Champions is going to be a great show. There's been great champions. And he talks about how, to show that he's just a fair man, he is going to make, no one's allowed to interfere in the WWE Championship match between Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Then Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman came out and said, and Paul Heyman is a little upset because earlier in the night he tried to find a loophole on Brad Maddox because he was gonna shove the ref to call the disqualification, then CM Punk wouldn't be able to get his hands on him, but Brad Maddox made it a no disqualification match. Then what ended up happening is as he came out and Curtis Axel says he doesn't want the match. No, Paul Heyman says he doesn't want the match. You'll never see Paul Heyman again. And then Curtis Axel mentions like the fact that he's doing this to Paul Heyman because of what happened when Curtis Axel first became a Paul Heyman first came a Paul Heyman guy because he was because the first night he beat Triple H in a match. But so then the Triple H fixed the Night of Champions thing because we were always complaining about how the every championship's supposed to be on the line, and I guess that didn't end up happening because Curtis Axel ended up defending the IC Championship with Paul Heyman in his corner against Kofi Kingston. It made sense. I knew it was going to be Kofi since he had beaten him twice. It was a pretty good match. It was a nice, fast-paced, back-and-forth match. Curtis Axel ended up getting the win with his weird neckbreaker move, and then that was the victory right there. Paul Heyman still looks nervous about his match later on in the night. I missed the Divas Championship match between AJ Lee and Natalya, Brie Bella, and Naomi. So I'm sorry, but I missed it. But I did see who won. AJ Lee retained her championship. I think it's gonna lead to a Natalya AJ Lee feud at Battleground. Now they're gonna have a pay-per-view called Battleground. But then let's see what happened next. I'm gonna look at my notes for this one. I know. I think it was Fandango versus the Miz, but it might not be right. Let's see. No, it was actually Alberto Del Rio defended the World Championship against OVD. This actually was a really good match. It got a lot of time. And they had some good kicks in this match. RVD did his little springboard leg move. RVD did a moonsault. He pulled out all the stops to win this match. And LVD, Delio went to do a move, and LVD kicked him in the head. Went for the 5-star frog splash, but LVD got Del Rio got the knees up and got LVD into the cross arm rig, and I thought LVD was tapping out, but no, LVD gets to the ropes, but then Del Rio doesn't let go of the hold. Goes to hit LVD with the chair. LVD Ricardo gets involved, and LVD kicks Alberto Del Rio and does the Fam Daminator with the chair. So that was cool. And then we get Fandango versus The Miz. I don't really care about this feud, to be honest with you. I think they should just cut off the feud, but Miz ends up winning with the figure 4 leg lock. The match was alright at best. Hopefully this feud is over. And then we get the Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman versus CM Punk in a no disqualification elimination handicap match. They did some pretty good stuff in this match. Like when CM Punk went to do a suicide dive, Curtis Axel hit him in the head, and CM Punk actually did suicide dive Paul Heyman, and he got him in the ring, and was gonna try. And they used kendo sticks in this match. They used a chair. They did use a table, but Axel ended up tapping out by the Intercontinental Vice, and then CM Punk chases Heyman around, and he ends up whipping Heyman with the kendo stick, and then he handcuffs Heyman, and he's about to finish Heyman off, but Ryback comes out and puts Punk through the table, and Paul Heyman pins Punk. So this is probably going to be a feud at Battleground. It's kind of weird too. I'm gonna probably mention this in my live reactions as well. That it was almost a year ago today that CM Punk and Ryback were feuding, and Paul Heyman was with CM Punk, and he was the heel and Ryback was the babyface. Now it's going to be Ryback's the heel with Paul Heyman and CM Punk's the babyface. So yeah, I could see CM Punk. I think CM Punk probably has to be Ryback since he's lost a lot though. So and then we get Dean Ambrose defending the United States Championship against Dolph Ziggler. They had some good moves like Dolph Ziggler with the sleeper hold, Dean Ambrose with the drop kicks and stuff. And the butterfly suplex off the top rope, but Dean Ambrose ended up getting the victory and retaining his championship by hitting the weird Bulldog Power Driver. And then the Rollins and Reigns retained their championships against the Primetime Players when Reigns speared Darren Young. So the Shield retains, and then Daniel Bryan beats Randy Orton by the flying knee, and the referee does a fast count. So they're probably going to do something with that on Raw. Sorry this review isn't really that long, but I'm tired. I'm not tired, but I don't really... the video can't be longer than 15 minutes. Once the video can be longer than 15 minutes, my reviews will be better. I promise you. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.